2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Detroit Pistons as they go up against the New Orleans Pelicans. And for New Orleans, they've had a tough time over the last few weeks. 3-7 in their last 10 games. We'll see if they can make amends tonight. Fellas, it seems like so much goes into being successful at the professional level. I want to ask a more general question. What was the key to your success as a player and as a champion?
You know what? Most people would say you would start at the top, but I'll start where it began. Wilmot Benjamin, Tom Donahue, coaches who've helped me at my AAU, early stages out, then going to the late, great Jack Curran in high school. Those were the ones. And honestly,
Your freak was good. You were distracted, man. Everything all right?
Yeah, just got a few things going on off the court.
Yeah, I heard. Word gets around. Gotta put that stuff aside and be ready to play each night, though.
Yeah, I know. I'll be ready.
Hey, even though we're about to teach you guys a lesson, I'm here if you need me.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. And we'll be the ones teaching the lesson tonight, so I hope you're ready.
You're a dream freak.
Live from New Orleans, 2K Sports proudly brings you NBA basketball from the home of the Pelicans. For the Detroit Pistons, they come in off a good outing against the Bucks. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
And the thing I took away from that one was just how valuable their guys coming off the bench were.
I thought the reserves were the difference in the game, Greg. I mean, a lot of the scoring came from the bench.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Curry, he's in at the point. Bargnani is out there with Tobias Harris. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the shooting guard position. Pelicans shooting their first free throws of the night.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
And both free throws good for Davis. And it's Detroit's ball. Curry passes to Harris. Here's Drummond. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Detroit shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. That free throw missing. And the second free throw, good. On defense, the Pistons. Holiday dishes to Gordon. Davis against Drummond, and stolen by Drummond. Now Detroit moving it up. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Almost intimidating the defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
Now here is Davis. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Portland.
And also, he competed on the backboards. That also had a lot to do with the game.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And the Pelicans with possession here. 4-point game. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And I really felt in watching that game that they needed to abandon the three-point shot. It wasn't there. The percentage was horrific, but yet they continue to try and knock them down.
And I really think that's what did them in. I mean, sometimes it's just not there for you on the perimeter, and you can't try to shoot yourself out of a bad shooting night from outside.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Holiday against Curry. Drummond the screen. Here's Caldwell Pope. Off target with his three. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. And Holiday kicks to Gordon. Davis against Bargnani. And Davis can't get it to go.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Let's go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Alvin Gentry.
I asked about the matchup problems created by a player like Andrea Bargnani, a 7-foot sharpshooter. He said, "He can give us problems, no doubt. It's tough to really bother that shot, and he can also put it on the deck and drive. We've got to just get into his body, try to make him a facilitator rather than a scorer." Kevin, will see if they're successful.
And thanks for that story, Doris. And here's Holiday. After Tobias Harris getting his shot to go from deep. Holiday attacking. Inside, here's Davis. That doesn't go either for Davis.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively.
Curry kicks to Harris. Here's Caldwell Pope. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. It's Curry outside, and another 3 for Detroit.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
And here's Holiday following the three-pointer by Freak. Holiday goes in. Misses in close.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Stolen by Gordon. And it's blocked by Curry. Now Detroit moving it up. Curry's got the ball. He dishes it to Harris. Back to Curry. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Curry's got 5.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Pelicans. A moment to check in with Doris Burke.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He went over the offensive plan and that it hinges on running through Curry. Coach wants to get him involved early so he can establish a strong presence at that end of the floor and provide them with a well-balanced offensive attack. Guys, we'll just have to watch how it plays out here in the first half. Kevin, back to you.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Now here's Curry, coming off a stellar performance against Milwaukee. And another 3 for Detroit.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
Curry against Holiday. Feeds to Davis. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Drummond. It's 2-on-1. Here's Caldwell Pope. Pelicans with the rebound. Their last meeting was in Detroit, where they were unable to fight off the Pistons.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
Here's Curry after Eric Gordon's bucket. And it's Harris off the drive. Comes up empty down low.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Holiday, the pass to Gordon. Pass to Muhammad. Shot clock at 5. With his first shot attempt, can't get it to go. Now the Pistons take it the other way to the right side. On its way from Curry for 2. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And that's 10 points for Freak. Pelicans trail by 13. And Holiday kicks to Davis. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Takes it from 10, and Detroit again with the bucket.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Pelicans shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. Davis sets a screen. The pass to Muhammad. The dish to Davis. The jump hook, count the bucket. Davis has got 6 points. Pistons leading by 11. Curry dishes to Drummond. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Let's throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
Let's have a look at some league leaders from the last 10 games. Here are the highest scoring point guards in the NBA during that time. Freak, number 1.
At the top of that list, I mean, he's obviously been able to take it upon himself to give his team an offensive jolt whenever they've needed it.
And that's value added for a point guard. I mean, when you're playing that position and you score and do the other things he does, he creates offense for his teammates and he can get his own offense too. They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Free throw, good, Anderson. Here's Jackson. 11 points for him in that last game against Milwaukee. On its way from Curry for 2. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. 14 points for Freak.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Now here's Jang. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Clock at 4. Here's Pondexter, and it's blocked by Curry. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Just 2 to shoot, and that one's good. And here's Jackson. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Outside Curry. Clock at 6. From past the arc. And another 3 for Detroit.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
And the dunk by Jackson.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Here's Anderson. Off the left rim and out.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game. And let's review some numbers for Jang. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Good on the second free throw. 1:05 left in the first quarter of the game. Holiday, the pass to Anderson. Pondexter kicks to Anderson. Pondexter with it. Curry meets him. At the top of the key, Jang. Clock at 6. Anderson dishes to Jang. Pondexter, the pass to Holiday. Pulls up from the corner. And Curry pulls it down.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Curry against Holiday. 24 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Fast break Detroit. Here's Morris. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
No good. trying to beat the buzzer. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Pistons lead by 18. From New Orleans, back in a moment. And one of the rising stars in the NBA is Anthony Davis. His offensive game is growing by leaps and bounds, and he talked about his area of focus.
A lot of face-up, like to do the one dribble pull-up. You like to do the...
Well, I tell you could be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all the different moves Anthony Davis can hurt you.
Powell definitely has the full toolkit available to him, and I say that affectionately. Tools a lot of guys don't learn to use until much later in their careers, Kevin.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Detroit.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Curry in at shooting guard. Marcus Morris is out there with Bargnani. Then there's Harris. And it's Sessions in at the point. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks played just phenomenally. He ended up with 44 points and seemed to be seeing the action in slow motion, piling up a huge amount of assists. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you've got a thoroughbred like him, I think you've got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Pistons leading by 18. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
That is just a careless turnover.
Jody, the Pistons have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. The feed to Johnson. Drummond a screen. Here's Jackson. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. That's 7 points for Reggie Jackson.
Well, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. He doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Gordon. He's got 5. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
So many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And, Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference. Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Gordon kicks to Anderson. New Orleans moving the ball around. And the basket by Gordon.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Well, some players just get hotter as the season goes on. And that's definitely been the case with these point guards since the All-Star break, as you can see in these shooting percentages. Freak, number 1.
And that percentage is what you'd expect to see from your big man. I mean, to get it from a guy who spends most of his time on the perimeter says a lot about his efficiency.
He has been absolutely deadly from the field, and that's because he's just as good at creating his own shots as he is at getting shots for his teammates. He knows how to find the open looks.
Here's Curry after Eric Gordon's bucket. Drummond a screen. Curry passes to Johnson. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 6 assists now in the game. Gordon dishes to Anderson. And Jang kicks to Anderson. Back to Jang. Passes it to Cunningham. Jang a screen. Gordon goes in. Misfires after coming off the pick.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
It's Curry outside. Pelicans with the rebound.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
Dishes it to Jang. Gordon against Jackson. Stolen by Jackson. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Drops in the breakaway layup. Jackson's got 7 points for the quarter.
You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
Solo soiree performance all the way. How about that for a little bit of a limerick?
I'm going to let it slide.
Now here's Gordon. He's got 7. Again, the miss by Gordon.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Jackson kicks to Curry. Back to Jackson. Outside Curry. 1 second left, and that's not going to go. And through the first half, up pretty long.
Certainly good numbers from you shooting the ball in the first half. What has been your approach on offense?
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
I tell you what, it's a pleasure to watch him when he's at the helm, because of that first half, offensively, he was in a zone.
It sure is a treat to watch him, guys. I mean, everything's been running through him, and he's doing a fantastic job keeping the offense clicking on all cylinders.
Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. Hamid is out there with Anthony Davis. That's the Pelicans 5. Over to the left wing. Outside Curry. On the wing, Harris. Back to Curry. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 4 assists now tonight.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Curry against Holiday. To the middle. Gordon, the pass to Davis.
And checking out the numbers for Harris, he's been in good form here the last few weeks. Averaging about 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
Yeah, in every way, I think he's doing a much better job, and the numbers certainly support that.
Second free throw, no good. Detroit leading by 18. Inside, here's Bargnani. That's good. Bargnani's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. And the basket by Gordon.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
And Davis sends it back. Outside Gordon. Here's Muhammad. Second shot opportunity. It's rebounded by Bargnani.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
And that one's good. 6 points for Shabazz Muhammad.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Pelicans.
And a quick check of the stats for Drummond. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 3rd in field goal percentage, 8th in rebounding. And, of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And, you know, that's an impressive accomplishment. He just refuses to take bad shots. That's why he's one of the best in field goal percentage.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. You take a look at the Thunder. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And, of course, New Orleans. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And I think for New Orleans, they basically lived up to the expectations so far this season. And that's not really good news for their fan base because those expectations only had them on the brink of the playoffs.
Yeah, which is exactly where they are right now. It's not too late for them to make that kind of emphatic late push that turns a season from average to excellent, though.
Now here is Holiday. Following the miss by Freak, Holiday dishes to Muhammad. And stolen by Drummond. Now Detroit moving it up. Curry leading the charge.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Gordon with no one around, and again, no good by New Orleans.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Curry kicks to Drummond. Here's Caldwell Pope. He's guarded by Davis. Curry's shot is good.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Now here is Holiday. 8 points for him. To end the run. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
A quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Curry kicks to Drummond. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Let's quickly bring up the 2K leaderboard for a look at the top free throw shooters among point guards. Freak number 1.
He's been a model of consistency at the free throw line all season. He's as dependable up there as he is on the floor at any given moment.
Yeah, you know, he runs their offense with tremendous poise, and he brings that same composure with him to the line every time he steps up there.
And that one misses. New Orleans making a switch here. Zeller's checked in. Sessions checked in for the Pistons. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Pelicans trail by 20. Holiday, the pass to Davis. Davis sets a screen. Kicks it to Muhammad. Shot clock at 6. And a wide open look for Zeller. And it comes off the front of the rim.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now here's Muhammad. He's got 6.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
It has been a lopsided battle on the boards, no doubt.
Curry against Gordon. Bargnani dishes to Curry. They double-team Curry. A baseline J. Excellent D there from Holiday.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short-stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Gordon with it. He's picked up by Drummond. Gordon kicks to Davis. Outside Holiday. Right at the free throw line. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Holiday's got 12.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Holiday against Sessions. He feeds it to Curry. Good on the jump shot. Curry's got 7 now in this quarter. And here are the Pelicans now. Now Holiday. He's got 12. Pass to Davis. Holiday against Sessions. With the teardrop. And the nice bucket inside from Holiday. He's got 14.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Drummond with a screen on Holiday. And Sessions kicks to Curry. Inside, here's Bargnani. And Davis sends it back. Holiday with it. He's got 14. He kicks to Muhammad. Here's the screen. He dishes it to Davis. 5 to shoot from 13, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
Curry's shot is good.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Pelicans trail by 18. And Holiday kicks to Gordon. Picked by Zeller. It's Davis on the wing. Defended by Drummond. Davis setting the pick for Gordon. A three-pointer off the mark. Pistons leading by 18. It's Curry outside. It's hauled in by Gordon. Feeds it to Holiday. Pass to Davis. Back to Holiday. There's the dish to Gordon. Here's the three. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one. And Sessions kicks to Curry. To the inside. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Sessions has got his first points of the night. Zeller, a screen on Sessions. Davis in the corner. Wide open look. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Or the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
And it's Harris off the drive. And the layup's good off the glass. Harris has got 10.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low. Really difficult for them to defend.
Picked by Zeller. Down low. Kicks it out to Gordon. From outside the arc. Offensive rebound. A nice shot by Zeller.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Curry kicks to Sessions. There's the pass to Bargnani. The Pistons working the ball around now. Harris passes to Curry. Holiday against Sessions. The tray. No good. Pelicans trail by 17. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Muhammad with it, and Bargnani picks him up defensively. And Holiday kicks to Muhammad. That is good. Muhammad's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And there's the feed to Curry. Passes it to Sessions. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Shot is no good.
Come on, New Orleans, your Pelicans team.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Curry's checked in for Jackson. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. On the floor for Detroit, Curry in at point guard. Andre Drummond is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Johnson in at the 3, the small forward. And Zhang kicks to Davis. Baseline try. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Johnson lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Now here's Anderson. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Yeah, he's really picked up where he left off in the first.
And the Pelicans with the possession. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Jang dishes to Davis. Just 5 on the clock. It's Anderson with the drive. No good.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Some changes for New Orleans. Gordon comes in for Gorgie Dang, and it's Holiday in for Cody Zeller. Detroit also making some changes. Aaron Baines comes in for Drummond, and it's Jody Meeks in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Davis, the rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th rebound in this one.
I think it's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if he keeps missing those kinds of shots, Kevin. I mean, they need his points.
Curry's shot is off. The Pelicans shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Here's Gordon. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Take a look at what Eric Gordon's been doing. 13 points, and he's knocked down a pair of 3-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
Luke Babbitt, he's checked in for New Orleans. Now here's Curry. Down low, here's Baines. Detroit, no good that time either.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with a miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Curry kicks to Morris. Back to Curry. They double-team Curry. It's tipped. Here's Babbitt. Outside Holiday. Stolen away. And here is Curry. Johnson, the pass to Baines. Shoots from 12. And good on the basket. Book it. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Detroit.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten down in transition.
Here's Gordon after the basket by Detroit. 6 to shoot. And they double up Gordon from 13. That doesn't go either for Gordon.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range. Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Outside Holiday. Shoots off the screen, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for New Orleans. And a different look here for the Pistons. Drummond's checked in for Aaron Baines. Bargnani comes in for Marcus Morris. Tobias Harris is checked in for Johnson. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Jody Meeks. Now here's Muhammad, guarded by Harris. And Muhammad kicks to Holiday. And that is good. Now here's Curry.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Drummond a screen. to the left side wing. Shot clock at 6. Great open look there.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Marjanovic, guarded by Curry. Gordon, and the layup is good. Gordon's got 7 points for the quarter.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
On the wing, Harris. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
Gordon against Curry. Davis with a screen on Curry. Gordon kicks to Davis. Back to Gordon. Davis setting the pick for Gordon. Can't capitalize on the good screen. Pistons leading by 23. Curry with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Out to the right wing. Here's Caldwell Pope. Muhammad covering. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Really an extraordinary game for Curry. He's got 33 points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too.
Hey, I think we need a calculator to keep track of just how many of those he's knocked down.
So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Drummond. Morris comes in for Bargnani. Johnson, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Jody Meeks in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Pistons.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And this team, obviously one of the elite teams. They have played with heart and passion for the game all season long, and the wins for them just keep rolling along. And tonight, it'll make win number 63.
And that'll finish the season series between these two. It's clear who had the better game plan and better execution. And that's why they'll be finishing up the year 2-0 against the Pelicans.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Curry. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Here's Muhammad following the basket by Freak. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Shot to stop the run, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Shooting for New Orleans, Shabazz Muhammad. At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Morris outside. Outside Curry. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, your perimeter game had a huge impact on the outcome tonight. What does your ability to connect from the perimeter mean to this basketball team?
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
Ernie, that is the definition of domination. He took them to school tonight in every possible way. I know there's 10 players on the court, but I only noticed 1.
It's all about the production. I mean, nothing really fazed this guy tonight. He was the primary option. They needed a bucket. He delivered. He didn't have any problem scoring. They never really had a way to slow him down. Come on.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire team.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Detroit Pistons going up against the Atlanta Hawks. Last game for Atlanta, they ended up with a loss to Milwaukee. They're sitting at 500 over the last 10 games, kind of treading water. They'd really like to make a splash over the next few games. And while we have a moment here, another discussion topic. Shaq, you are one of the most physical players the league has ever seen. Who would you say right now are the league's most physical players?
Sorry to correct you, Ernie. Not one of the most, the most. But anyway, Ernie,
you're not sorry to correct me. You take great pleasure in correcting.
And one of the most humblest.
Elbow sandwich, that's right. So let me go, Ernie. Let's see. Point guards, how about Russell Westbrook? Mm-hmm. Shooting guards, I'm going to go with maybe D. Wade or Lance Stevenson.
Okay.
And at the small forward,
that's easy.
I got to go with the greatest of the game, LeBron King James.
Well, since he took the smaller guys, which is unique, I'm going to take the power forwards. Blake Griffin. And you know what?
He's one of the league's most physical players?
Yeah, Blake Griffin. Yeah, he's physical. He just gets thrown around a lot sometimes, but
well, he's not physical. Crazy.
No, but he throws it around too, man.
Oh, does not.
He throws it around.
Does not.
Yes, he does. He and Zach Randolph.
D-U-Z-N-O-T.
Yeah, I like
does
Zach.
not.
Yes, he does. And Dwight Howard is physical, and my man Nikola
Pekovic.
Yes, is one of the toughest bigs I've seen.
Oh, say does that.
Welcome to the Palace of Auburn Hills. We're in suburban Detroit. The home of the Pistons, where we'll be broadcasting today's game live. Right now, the Pistons are back in town for just one game and looking to play well for their home fans. Well, they are on top of their game right now, and guys, on top of the league, the best record in both conferences.
And I think for the Pistons, they've had a dream season, and I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
It really is amazing how far they've come in the course of one season, from afterthought to title contenders.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Teague and Korver are the guards. And it's Bazemore at the 3, the small forward. Teague kicks to Horford. There's the pick. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Teague drives in. Rebound, Detroit. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And even in hostile territory, as they were that day, they had no jitters at all. I mean, the confidence kept growing as the shots kept falling.
And they were falling big time. I mean, from the top to the bottom of that roster, everybody was locked, loaded, and spraying jumpers.
And the Hawks with possession here after the basket by Detroit. Just 5 to shoot. Bazemore dishes to Millsap, and he gets it to go.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Curry, coming off a stellar performance against New Orleans. Here's Harris, and the layup falls. Harris has got his first bucket of the night.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
And he gets the bucket.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now here's Curry. Harris outside. Outside Curry. The tray, and he gets it to go. Curry's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Earlier, I was able to catch up with Mike Budenholzer. I asked him about the matchup problems created by a player like Andrea Bargnani, a 7-foot sharpshooter. He said he can give us problems, no doubt. It's tough to really bother that shot, and he can also put it on the deck and drive. We've got to just get into his body, try to make him a facilitator rather than a scorer. Kevin, we'll see if they're successful.
Thank you, Doris.
5 buckets without a miss. That's a fantastic start.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Teague with a clean look. Good on the triple. Teague's got 5.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Curry kicks to Bargnani. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
This is a team that's focused, completely locked into the task at hand. What an impressive start to this game.
Teague drives in. He kicks to Bazemore. Pass to Horford. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Curry passes to Drummond. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
That's good.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Orlando, they come in off a loss to the Milwaukee.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they are not backing off at all, are they?
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Here's Teague after the basket by Detroit. Millsap has the open look. Misses off the left iron.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Curry kicks to Caldwell Pope. From past the arc, Millsap grabs the miss. The Hawks trail by 8, and even 3-on-3 break. Korver, no luck.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Yeah, at this level, you got to make that shot. It's plain and simple. You got to knock that one down. An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Well, since the All-Star break, we get a look at the numbers they've put up here. First in free throw percentage. 7th in fewest turnovers per game. And they're in the top 10 in opponent field goal percentage. That's pretty good company. It points out the fact that they do prioritize the defensive end.
And you look at their ranking, tops in free throw percentage. I think it speaks to their focus and discipline as a team. They look to capitalize on every mistake.
Now here's Korver. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Now here's Curry, following the miss by Al Horford. Kicks to Caldwell Pope. Bargnani is screen on Korver. Curry uses the glass to finish the layup. Curry's got 9 points.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Now here's Teague. 11 points for him in that last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range, so I'd have to agree with you, partner.
Here's Horford. 17 points for him last game against Milwaukee.
And he was also a big factor for them defensively. I think he tallied 4 blocks in the game.
A nice shot by Teague.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Curry against Teague. Drummond the screen. Caldwell Pope kicks to Curry. Pass to Harris. Goes up on the wing. Can't get it to go. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Passes to Teague. Back to Korver. The dish now to Horford. The Hawks working the ball around. Bazemore for 3. Rebound, Detroit. They beat the Hawks during their last encounter in Atlanta.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at them wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that one.
Atlanta with the ball after the basket by Detroit. To the paint, here's Horford, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Horford's got 5 now.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Curry dishes to Drummond. Back to Curry. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Pistons lead by 14.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He went over the offensive plan and that it hinges on running through Curry. Coach wants him to go from one of the key guys to the key guy. And from the way he responded in the huddle, I think he's up to the challenge. It's still very early in this game, so there's plenty of time for those changes to take effect, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris. And Detroit again with the bucket.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
The Hawks trail by 13. They set the pick. Calderon kicks to Millsap. Morris with the rebound.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Jackson passes to Morris. That's good.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away. A room service dime by Jose Calderon.
A minute 42 left in the first quarter. Outside Jackson. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And the game plan is clear. Work the ball inside.
And it's working for him, Greg. You like that initiative, not settling for stuff on the perimeter. Complete domination. What a game for Curry. He's already got 16 points and 6 assists. Seems like he's making everything he looks at.
Automatic, guys. It's just totally automatic.
Now here's Schroeder. 11 points for him in that last game against Milwaukee.
And also defensively, guys, he kept them off balance with 4 steals on the night.
Cephalosha misses. Pistons leading by 15. Johnson right side. He feeds it to Drummond. Now the pass to Curry. And Drummond throws it down.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Here's Millsap, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
First trip to the line for him here.
He's knocked down 3/4 of his foul shots this season, so he's right around 75%.
Guys, he is close to where he was last year in that category, but his numbers are still down just a skosh.
Bargnani has checked in for the Pistons. Now here's Curry. 16 points for him. Back to Johnson. Feeds it to Curry. From deep three-point range. Another miss by Curry. The Hawks trail by 15. Calderon kicks it over to Schroeder. Scott with a screen on Bargnani. Schroeder passes to Scott. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. So
Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons.
and welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far. A different look here for Detroit. Johnson, he's checked in for Morris. Jody Meeks comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Curry subbed in for Jackson. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Paul Millsap is checked in for Mike Scott. Ken Bazemore comes in for Cephalosha. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Calderon in for Dennis Schroeder. On the court for Atlanta, Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Kyle Korver is out there with Calderon. And it's Bazemore at the 3 slot. The feed now to Millsap. And stolen by Harris. Pistons leading by 19. Curry kicks to Meeks. Johnson outside. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Bargnani. And Detroit again with the bucket. And here's Calderon. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. There's the pick. Dishes to Korver. Out to the wing. Here's Bazemore. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Milwaukee. Good. 16 points for Al Horford.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Now we have a chance to see the teams that have been the NBA's best three-point shooters this month. The Pistons, number 1.
And right now, their three-point shooters are in terrific rhythm. I mean, they've put on a display here from long range.
Outside Curry.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
Picked by Bargnani. Curry kicks to Meeks. Just 5 to shoot. Fires from deep. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrea Bargnani. That is his first foul of the game. And Atlanta has possession. 19-point game. Outside Korver. He dishes it to Bazemore. Baseline jumper. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Horford's got 13 points in just this quarter. Detroit's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Outside Curry. He kicks it to Meeks. Releases from the wing and drills it. Meeks got his first points in this one.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
Horford with the screen on Curry. Calderon has the open look. Rebound, Detroit. Harris has got his 3rd rebound tonight.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be. Firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Outside Korver. Pass to Bazemore. Kicks to Calderon. They set the pick. Korver dishes to Bazemore. 5 on the clock. And that one's good. 6 points for Millsap.
And he should thank the D for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Curry kicks to Harris. Pass to Meeks. Back to Harris. And Curry has it in the corner. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And that's 23 points for Freak.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Horford with the screen on Curry. To the paint. Horford gets the bucket.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Pistons leading by 20. Curry passes to Bargnani. Here's Harris. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Millsap a screen. Pass to Horford. Rejected by Harris. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. Andre Drummond's checked in for Detroit.
On the floor, Andre Drummond.
Detroit on D. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. Bazemore dishes to Millsap. Just 5 on the clock. Bazemore gets the bucket. Bazemore's got his second bucket. Detroit's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Calderon against Curry. Lets the three fly. No luck. And through the first half of
Andrea, you look.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and he's the ringleader of their offense, and what we saw in that first half with his ability to keep everybody involved is the reason why they're playing well.
And that's just the thing. I mean, he knows how to share the sugar. He makes sure everybody gets a touch, and that keeps the offense balanced and productive.
Curry, he's in at point guard. Tobias Harris is out there with Bargnani. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the 2 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Stan Van Gundy. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pelicans had a huge game. He had 37 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
Millsap left side. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 4 assists in the game.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Curry kicks to Bargnani. And off the glass, that one's good. Bargnani's got 10 points.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride.
Teague with the ball. 12 points for him. Horford sets a screen for Teague. Right wing. Horford in the post. Working on Drummond.
That's a wall.
Horford, no luck.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Curry kicks to Harris. Back to Curry. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Curry's got 28 points for the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons dancers.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. Horford was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. He also told them that he wants to see multiple passes on every possession. He said that was the key to getting the best shot each time down. Clearly some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris.
And we're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
Millsap misses.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow.
Millsap a screen. There's the dish to T. Detroit with the rebound. Harris has got his 5th rebound in this one. He feeds it to Curry. On the wing, Harris. Teague covering. Curry. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got assist number 8 now on the night.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Can they get it? Here's Schroeder. Here's Millsap, and it's sent back by Morris.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's called.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Millsap a screen. Here's Schroeder. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Schroeder's got his first bucket of the night.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And here's the fast break. Sefolosha leading the way. And it's blocked by Curry. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. For the Pistons, Jackson, he's checked in for Tobias. Detroit also making some changes. Bargnani is checked in for Andre Drummond. Johnson comes in for Caldwell Pope. And Curry subbed in for Sessions. And then for Atlanta, Horford comes in for Scott. And it's Calderon in for Thabo Sefolosha. And the Hawks making a change here. Bazemore is checked in. Here's Jackson. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. 6 points for Reggie Jackson.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
The pass to Hardaway. Horford with the screen on Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. 1:24 left in the third quarter of the game. Curry passes to Bargnani. Curry against Calderon. Curry dishes to Jackson. Picked by Bargnani. Feeds to Johnson. Curry kicks to Johnson. Here's Bargnani, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Atlanta. And the Hawks with possession here. Calderon passes to Millsap to the middle. Horford dishes to Calderon. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Johnson outside. Curry against Calderon. 5 on the clock. Johnson, a wide open look. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Millsap kicks to Korver. Millsap a screen. The feed to Calderon.
That's a walk.
Millsap misses.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Curry. And no good trying to get that one. And as we conclude the third quarter, and we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the court for Atlanta, Wright is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Kyle Korver. Then there's Calderon, and it's Muscala in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Korver dishes to Calderon. To the middle. Takes it from 10. Here's Muscala, and it's blocked by Curry. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Fires for 3. Scott pulls it in. Atlanta's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. There's the pick. In the corner, right with it. Lots of room. And Curry pulls it down. The Pistons shooting an unbelievable 70%. You won't see a performance like this too often. Lets it go with the 3. And he gets the bucket. Curry's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Pistons. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Scott missing again.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. That's good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Calderon. The teardrop falls in.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Curry passes to Meeks. Here's Baines. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Sessions checked in for Johnson. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Atlanta. Teague comes in for Jose Calderon. Meeks, good.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine. Just an amazing game for Teague. He has 12 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
Curry kicks to Ilyasova. And it's denied. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
Hot ball.
Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Wright. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Curry against T. Dishes it to Hardaway. In the corner, Sefolosha with it. Clock at 6. Outside Hardaway. Misses the 3.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
And that one's good. 37 points for Freak.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Here's Teague, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Freak. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Detroit.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And also, their mid-range game has been impressive. A tough shot to rely upon, but they really had it going tonight.
Hardaway dishes to Muscala. Teague for 3. Detroit with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Curry against Teague. And Sessions kicks to Curry. The shot's good. Sessions making the play. Sessions has got 3 assists tonight. Atlanta's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Teague up top. It's on target from the high post. The Pistons have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the 4th quarter. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
First one falls for him. And the Hawks making a change here. Humphries checked in. And both free throws good for Curry. Here's Teague. Here's the teardrop. Here's Scott. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Defense just not strong enough to throw him off his shot there. Sometimes it takes a little more effort to defend him down low.
Ilyasova passes to Curry. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Curry's got 43 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Curry against Teague. Outside Hardaway for the 3, and it's Teague. That time on the assist from Hardaway. And that's now 20 points for Jeff Teague. Curry against Teague. Outside Curry. To the paint. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Curry's got 13 points now in the quarter.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Teague drives in.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Free throw good, Teague. A different look here for Detroit. Bargnani comes in for Aaron Baines, and Morris subbed in for Ilyasova. Curry against Teague. Picked by Bargnani. Kicks it to Meeks. Now here's Sessions. Covered by Cephalosha. Curry dishes to Bargnani. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
I'm sure they're satisfied with that possession, guys. Very nice shot that time.
Atlanta's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Curry against Teague. Humphries lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Detroit's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
And Teague, here we go. And here's Cephalosha for 3. The kick out to Teague. Here's Hardaway. And at last, they get one to fall.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
And Sessions kicks to Curry. He dishes it to Sessions. That 3 off the mark. Atlanta's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. T kicks to Scott. Hardaway against Morris. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And T, here we go. Again, the Hawks score.
Nice piece of work there. Get yourself a little space and pull the trigger.
Pass to Morris. Picked by Bargnani. Morris kicks to Curry. Can't hit from 12.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Here's Teague, and Curry pulls it down. The Pistons on offense. He kicks to Sessions. Pass to Morris. The dish to Meeks. He feeds it to Curry. Passes to Sessions. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. That's good. Curry's got 47 points.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. Well, they've got to thank him for this lead. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Pistons.
But, Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And the one thing that stood out about these guys all season long, their resiliency to come out and play hard and win games. We've watched some epic battles that they've played, and tonight will mark their 64th win in the year. Something else.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
They really do. I mean, there's one more game to play in this season series, and barring any major changes to their team, I'd have to believe the sweep will be in order.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Curry. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Takes a 3, and the shot is good. Curry's got 50 points.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
To stop the run, and that's good. Thabo Sefolosha for 3.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know that.
You put on what was simply an incredible fourth period. How were you able to take over this game in the end?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them, and he took a lot of them to score more than 50 points.
He was literally unstoppable tonight, Ernie. Those defenders that were trying to guard him are going to have nightmares tonight. He put on a clinic on how to break down the defense. With that kind of performance, it's going to be hard to repeat it.
Well, just look at his assists. I mean, that tells the story for the game right there. He was seeing the court so well, always seemed to make the right decision. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
And, folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie